Ooh, scary, eh?
Oh, I'm terrified.
Oh. Here we are. Oh. Alex Baker Show podcast, episode 31. The reason it's so scary.
What's that over there? Don't go in that door.
Oh, no. Dum, dum. Oh, who is it? It's a monster. It's because this is a Halloween special. I know it's a bit lame putting it out after Halloween. Is lame like a word you're not really supposed to use anymore?
Oh, why?
Well, it's like one of those words that sort of like people get offended by.
Well, no, because like, it's just like a horse can be lame, can't it?
Oh, yeah.
So if there's sorry to any horses listening that might be lame.
Yeah, sorry.
But they'll have been shot by their owner anyway by now if they're lame.
Fuck them.
So
Stupid horse. Anyway. So...
Wow.
Yeah, so bad that we're so late with Halloween stuff, but it wasn't late at the time because the show went out on Sunday, and at the time, it was still Halloween weekend, you know, and we were going for the big celebration. But anyway, what I'm saying is this now is a Halloween edition of the podcast, which means that this contains the content that we captured when we went to an Imogen Brown's house. Imogen Brown lives in a big house, a very big house, in the country, or not. You know, it could be in a town.
Undisclosed.
Yeah, an undisclosed location.
And the thing is as well, it's not like Imogen Brown's house is only scary at Halloween. It's always scary, I'm assuming.
Time.
So this is really, it's evergreen content, isn't it?
All right, Will Young.
It's not just a Halloween special, it's just a scary episode. Ooh.
Yeah, although we do sell it quite heavily as a Halloween special within the actual body of the show.
Do we?
So
I can't remember, it was more than 24 hours ago.
I actually can't remember either. But anyway, right, it's going to be really exciting. We went and hunted ghosts, and boy, did stuff happen. Oh my God, you wait and find out.
Kicked off.
Woo! Ghosts don't like us. Ooh.
Stand by for audio. Got it.
And now,
The Alex Baker Show
brings you one of the most exciting events it's ever been our privilege to bring.
Here we go again.
And this is just the beginning.
The Alex Baker Show podcast.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Warning.
hey y'all, it's revolution up in this bitch.
The Alex
Baker
Show. The Alex Baker Show.
Kerrang Radio.
Let me hear you, world! Let me hear your best Halloween cackles! Come on, guys! Are we a little bit late to the party with Halloween?
Kind of 2 days.
It feels like I've been partying so much for Halloween. I was at a party yesterday and the day before, and now I'm celebrating Halloween again. I'm starting to feel like a heretic.
It's fine. We will never get to US-style levels of Halloween celebration unless people drag it out.
They're crazy
And
over
that's
there.
what we need to happen.
I was in Universal
do.
Studios once, right? And it was Halloween. And there was like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre event, and you had to pay like however many dollars. And you go to like the set of Texas Chainsaw Massacre that they built at Universal Studios, and Leatherface would chase you around.
Amazing.
People would like scare you. Oh man, I didn't do it. I was absolutely terrified. But anyway, welcome to the Halloween special. Kev's back.
Hi.
Hiya, Kev.
I'm scary.
Hiya, love. How are ya?
Yeah, I'm alright, thanks.
You've got an Aztec jumper on.
Is it Aztec?
Sort of. You've got like I don't know. It's either Aztec or sort of
It's just triangles.
like an old person's bathroom.
Yeah.
You've got
Babes.
a jumper on that looks like an old person's bathroom.
Yeah,
I like it.
there's the sink.
Where were you? You were just off on holiday last week, weren't you?
Yeah, just had a few days off.
Few daisies?
Scattered them around a bit.
Did you play any Destiny?
Might have.
Oh, little cheeky bit of Destiny.
Might have played a lot.
For people that don't know what Destiny is, it's this brand new game, right? And I've heard that part of the game, there's a thing called a raid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what a raid is like you and a bunch of your mates, like, complete a mission, like, online. And someone told me that some of the raids can take up to 12 hours to complete.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
Is that actually true?
Yeah, that's not really a new thing. It's something that's been in the MMORP genre for a while.
Oh, like World of Warcraft.
Yeah. World of Warcraft raids were kind of the innovators, and
That's where that Leroy
that was a raid.
Jenkins
That was a
came
raid,
from.
basically. And you basically go into a dungeon and you have to have a team, and it takes a long time.
Sounds kind of dirty.
But it's where you get the best loot.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
The best bullion. Anyway, and also Renee's here. What you say, Renee?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, how are
Feeling
you?
fresh-faced and bushy-tailed?
Yeah, man.
Fabulous. Fabuloso.
Your eyebrows.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Enjoyable.
sort of wiggling my eyebrows there. We should get that on Insta. So, Kev, are you devastated that last week Chris stood in for you?
No, because I like to think that this ship can still sail. It's nice to know that,
That's nice.
it doesn't all fall apart.
Well, fell apart a little bit.
Oh,
Not gonna lie
good,
to you.
good.
But
I
just,
don't want it to be too good, obviously.
No, stands. Right, so let me tell you what's going on tonight. Tonight, we've been banging on about this for ages. It's finally upon us. It's finally here. Tonight, we are going to tell you the story, and it's a bit of a creepy story, of what happened when we went to Imogen's house. Ooh, that sounds rubbish, but let me tell you what. If you haven't heard the show, you don't know what's going on, I'll recap for you right now on exactly what happened. In a world of the Alex Baker Show. I'm going to do this voiceover for the whole thing.
Good. The whole show?
No, just for this section.
Fine.
Just for the section. In a world of the Alex Baker Show. There's a girl called Imogen. Bit gruffer.
Hurts.
Sorry, yeah, well, yes.
I haven't got a larynx like yours.
I don't know if I can be asked to keep doing the voiceover.
Don't then.
So basically, Imogen emailed the show and she told us a devastatingly terrifying story about how once she was in a house, just loving life, hanging out in a house, no biggie, and she went to get the laundry down this corridor that she explained she hated. And just then she heard her brother calling for her, going, "Oh my God, let me go." And she was like, "What's going on?" So she went and found him. And her brother told her that he'd heard this agonizing, deafening scream from somewhere right around the house. And he said it sounded exactly like her. Obviously, it wasn't her, because she hadn't done an agonizing, terrifying scream. And they were convinced that something evil was afoot. Because we'd been talking about ghosts on the show. This is why she emailed this in. And then she said to us, I'm convinced in this email, she's like, I'm convinced my house is haunted. And she said there's over 100 rooms in my house and it's really old, so it's kind of like primed for hauntings, right? And she's attached a picture of this house, and this house was enormous. Absolutely enormous. So I emailed her back and said, Imogen, if we were to turn up at your house and try to do a ghost hunt, would you be down with that? And expecting her to go, no, get lost, you're not coming to my house. But she was like, oh my God, that'd be amazing. Definitely come and do that. So then we turned up at a house on an undisclosed day, at an undisclosed location, and did some ghost hunting. And I'm not going to lie to you, I don't think I've mentioned this much on the show before, but I love property. I know that seems like a bit of a weird jump, but I love it a freakish amount. I like everything about it. And I spend hours and hours and hours every single week scouring rightmove.co.uk. I love Rightmove. I spend so much time on there. So much so I could probably tell you the average property price of anywhere in Hertfordshire and Greater London and anywhere around the Harborne/Birmingham Central area. I probably could literally do that. If you were to say, how much can you get a 2-bed flat for in Birmingham City Centre? I'd be like, 95 grand, depending on which property development. There's Jupiter, there's Liberty Place, King Edward's Wood. I know them all because I'm obsessed with property. I spend so much time messing around on Rightmove. So when we went to this house, I realised immediately that it was absolutely stunning, literally amazing. And at times, I think I proved to myself that I'm not only a little bit obsessed with property, but I'm also potentially the worst ghost hunter of all time. And
it's a bit more difficult than hunting for property, isn't it?
yeah. Listen to what happened when I was hunting ghosts in this nice house. Oh, this is just a nice room though, isn't it, this? Oh, look at that. Look at is this your room?
We don't really use this one, do we?
Do you not? How can you have a room like this and not use it? It's amazing.
This is beautiful.
Yeah. I feel like I've gone from the set of something like Most Haunted into like some sort of wonderful property programme. Looking at it, just admiring the fireplace and the period features. I just walked into a taxidermy fox. I haven't broken the taxidermy fox, have I? Okay, so now we're just walking through a wood-covered room. Wood on the floors, wood on the doors. I suppose that's kind of normal. In the corner, there's the door, the main door to the room. It's one of those doors that, once you've closed it, it sort of blends seamlessly into the rest of the wall. That's what I mean. It's so pathetic. It's supposed to be hunting for ghosts. I'm just like, oh, look at the cornicing there. That'll add an extra 10 grand to the property values. In fact, when we first got there is when we first got to the house, I was obviously so visibly impressed that Imogen's dad noticed and started talking to me about the architecture. And he'll say, oh, one of the things you'll notice here, Alex, is that, you know, different parts of the house were built during different fashionable periods. So here, you'll see the ceiling is this height, but if you come through to this next room, look at the ceiling height in here. And I was like, wow, that's literally like a 3/4 bigger than the other ceiling. We're just talking about ceilings for the whole time. I'm just the worst ghost hunter ever. So, yeah. But what actually happened, outside of me just perving on the house and its beauty and splendour, was myself, Renee, Kevin, Imogen's mate Olivia, who's also listening to the show, and Imogen's brother and Imogen's dad explored the vastness of their house. We went everywhere, explored every crevice. Actually, we didn't. We only went to like a few rooms because it was so creepy.
Yeah.
More on what happened coming up very soon. But right now, it's time for this.
The future. The time not yet come. What is to come?
Awesome things that don't exist, but should exist as it would be awesome if they did.
Oh yeah! It's time for awesome things that don't exist but should exist as they be awesome if they did. A simple invention feature that has evolved and developed over the years. And I mentioned last week on the show that it's not just about awesome things that don't exist anymore, which is kind of making me wonder about whether I should change the name of the feature. It's also just about things that have happened in technology that are blowing your tiny minds. Last week we talked about the air umbrella, a stick that fires out air from the top of it, creating a canopy,
a mini vol-au-vent.
A little vol-au-vent on the top, one of those little sausage rolls. Love those. Why would I choose the least posh of all the canapes? And then like just sprays all the water away from you so you don't get the water on you. Decided it was probably a little bit unfair for passers-by.
Yeah, that would just soak everyone else, wouldn't it?
Is it worse than getting poked in the eye by an umbrella if you get drenched by some next guy with an umbrella pole with a hair coming out of it?
And also, I was thinking, you know, sometimes rain doesn't come straight down; it comes from the side. So,
yeah.
Like, if you held a pole to the side, what about it coming from under? Yeah, I don't know if it will work.
You'd be constantly like spinning it around trying to fight the rain off.
Sometimes you have to.
But you do that with umbrellas anyway.
Yeah, but the wind kind of changes, and sometimes you get a little bit wet, and you're like, "Where's it mostly coming from?"
Yeah, annoying.
You just kind of have to angle
Oh my
it.
gosh. Anyway, have you got an awesome thing for us, Renee?
Well, kind of. I haven't really thought this through.
Brilliant. They're my favourite types.
type.
Jesus.
Basically, the other day, I got a delicious apple pastry from a bakery.
Yeah.
And I was halfway through munching it, and when I looked, keeping in mind the pastry was in my mouth at the time, and then I looked up, and there was a dead spider in the icing of the pastry.
Oh.
So what I propose to you boys today is to come up with some sort of equipment that detects whether there is dead wildlife in food before it leaves the production office.
This seems kind of niche. This is like quite a niche thing.
It also seems like the kind of thing that should probably be
universally used everywhere already.
Well, it should be down to the people producing the food to check for that kind of thing.
Yeah, but they never do. How many times people have found like a dead sparrow in their cornflakes?
Do you want to know? Do you want to know
all the time?
Do you want to know a disgusting fact about the American food industry? In America, I don't know if this is still true, but it certainly was not long ago. In milk, right? The FDA approve that milk is good enough, so long as there's an acceptable amount of blood and mucus in the final product.
That's disgusting, isn't it?
An acceptable amount.
But it's not
no
just
amount
in milk.
is acceptable. Zero blood and mucus.
Have you tasted their milk before?
No, is it rough?
It's like pure sugar. It doesn't taste
Their
like milk at
chocolate's
all.
rough as well, though.
Yeah, they don't do chocolate right.
It's no Cadbury's, is it?
No.
Or Mars. Other chocolates are available. Kev, have you got an awesome thing?
Well, yeah, I've been struggling. Well, I say struggling. I didn't really bother. But Halloween, my only problem with Halloween.
I went to see her, by the way, for people that are interested.
Did you?
Yeah, smashed it.
Amazing.
See ya. I wanna swing from the chandelier, from the chandelier. You don't know that song?
No.
Did you wear like
Oh my God. How have you not heard that song?
You do know it. You do.
I?
Did you wear the nude unitard thing?
Of course I didn't.
Oh.
I'd look awful in that.
Oh, that strange little girl that dances around in the unitard.
Yeah, but
With the
that's
wig.
not Sia.
No,
You know
but she's
that's
got
not
the
Sia.
hair like what
That's
Sia.
the person in the video, yeah.
Yeah. but
I don't know
Sia
what
is-
Sia looks like at all.
Like
no
that.
idea.
She looks just like that.
Yes.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, well, old.
She's not old.
Older. Anyway, carry on.
Why did you go as her?
Because it's a long story, but basically because anyone can wear Sia's wig and be Sia. That's kind of the point of the
Yeah.
wig. Anyway,
She's cool.
go for it.
Right.
Back in the room.
So, yeah, Halloween
I've
costumes.
just blown your mind with popular culture reference. Love that.
Yeah, so I kind of, it's the one thing I don't like about Halloween. And it's not the case that I've never got an idea of what I want to wear.
No.
It's just that the ideas I have
Are all rubbish.
no, they're things that you can't necessarily easily throw together or even buy. My
Right.
favourite Halloween costumes are the ones where it's quite unique and it involves some sort of craft. But I'm not craft. I don't do craft. I can't do that. Like, you remember when our friend went as what's his face? Zoltar.
Yeah, the guy in the box with the lights and everything.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he built it all, and it all had like working lights and actual
cool.
glass frame and stuff. It was unreal.
That's my favourite kind of Halloween costume, but I would never be able to, nor want to make that.
No.
But I also wouldn't want to just dress up as Dracula or whatever.
Got it.
So
what's the invention?
The invention is I'd really like just someone to offer a service. Say you're just a website and you go on there and you fill in a box and you say, I want for my Halloween costume this. And you submit it and
And
you
they
send them
just
some
sort
money
it all
and
out.
they make it. So it's for
That's
specific,
sick.
specifically for, unique costumes that are custom made that require some
Yeah.
kind of fabrication or
So you could say, I want to go as the BP oil slick. And,
Yeah, exactly.
And someone will make you something bespoke.
yeah, cool 2012 reference, bro.
Yeah, you'd end up looking like Lady Gaga, though, wouldn't you? It would
For
be some
sure.
sort of real arty thing. You'd rock up in a meat suit or like a Bjork swan suit or something
Yeah,
like that.
no, but you could even submit sketches or things that you give as much detail as you can of how you actually want it to work.
I want to go
look.
as the infinite mass of space.
yeah.
Who knows what you end
But
up
I
with?
don't know. I was just thinking about it this week because I was reading an article about pizza delivery companies who actually fulfill weird special requests when you write in the special request box when you order online.
Oh, really? And there's
Yeah.
people that actually do that?
Yeah, there was a roundup of some of the best ones because loads of people ask for a drawing on the inside of the box, and they quite often do that. Like, draw me
Really?
a unicorn. But there was this guy who this week ordered a pizza when he was hungover, right? Really hungover on a Sunday morning or whatever, well, probably afternoon. And he ordered a pizza online, and in the special request box, he said, I'm too hungover to get out of bed and answer the door. The door is open. Let yourself in, head through the lounge, turn left, through the double doors on the right, and that's my bedroom. I've got cashier ready. Be warned, I'm in my pants watching James Bond. and then he's got a picture of the pizza delivery girl in his bedroom.
Amazing.
Because they've actually fulfilled that request and came all the way into his house and delivered it straight to his bed.
That's amazing.
Which is rad.
What amazing customer service.
Yeah.
I love that. Good work.
So I want that for Halloween costumes.
Yeah, that is an amazing idea.
I think you'd make a good Harry Potter
Yeah, you
if
would.
you ever get stuck.
That's not a bad show. Yeah.
Yeah, like a sort of slightly wrinkly before he's old Harry Potter. I'm so mean to Kev. Love you, Kev. Right, we're running out of time. I can't believe how quickly this show goes. Let me tell you what's happening next. We're going to tell you the story of when we invaded a haunted house. Although we didn't invade it, we were invited. But the ghost didn't want us there, as you'll find out.
Excuse me for interrupting, boys and girls, but maybe you would like to find out just what it would be like if there were no rules.
But how could we do that?
By going someplace where there are no rules.
Now where could that be?
The Alex Baker Show.
Kerrang Radio.
Let's all think real hard and pretend we're in a faraway place.
Where anything goes and nothing is off limits.
Now, come on.
Let's go to the world of
The coolest
broadcast transmission
this world
has ever known. Everyone knows his name.
He's as crazy as a coot. People all over the world are losing their damn minds. And there's nothing you can do about it. Are you ready to rock?
He knows he must be stopped before he fulfills his terrifying mission.
I don't think there are any words to describe
how very inappropriate.
His radio
shows really are.
He's never going to admit it.
My advice to you, start drinking heavily.
Remember, don't try this at home.
He is seriously twisted.
He's the man with the records. Anything goes and nothing is off limits. If you can't handle it, turn the channel. Listen to this man.
He bit Dakota Fanning on the face.
He just wants to play.
The person I'm about to introduce needs no introduction. So please give a warm, hormonal shriek for the sizzling hot
Alex Baker.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Do you know what I've just thought about, Kevin?
What?
I was thinking about Halloween and thinking about, right, in this next link, I'm going to say this, that, and the other. And then all of a sudden, I started thinking about scary things, and guess what film popped into my head?
Oh no, don't even say the words.
Should I say it?
I keep seeing posters and stuff, and it's reminding me of that horrible time when we had to watch it.
Oh my God. Let me tell you what. If you haven't seen The Babadook yet.
No, I really want to see it.
It is. Me and Kev went to watch it. How long ago was it, Kev? He's crying into the wall. We went to watch it about 3 months ago. Or something like that. It was ages ago. And we went to this. We
promised never to talk about it again. We promised each other we wouldn't.
We went to the Dolby screening rooms in London, and the sound in there was just off the chart. It was so loud and creepy. And we watched this movie not really knowing what to expect. But I'll tell you what, we weren't the same at all afterwards. I don't think we've been the same since.
No.
We were walking back to the office, and we were just looking at each other, going. I said to Kev, I was like, "Am I wrong? Or was that just like literally the most harrowing thing you've ever seen in your life?" And Kev was like, "I don't want to talk about it, mate. I don't want to talk about it." It was just looking at the floor.
Yeah.
It was so scary.
I can't ever since then, I've not been able to handle like knocking. If someone's knocking on a door or a wall or something.
The Babadook.
Yeah.
Is that what it does?
Oh my God, it's so creepy.
All the reviews say it's the scariest thing ever in the history of the world.
It just is.
It is absolutely terrifying. Like, I don't want to say anything about it other than tell you how scary it is, because you just need to watch it with no expectations.
Don't ever watch it.
Oh, no, but you do need to
Well,
watch
yeah.
it. We were thinking at the time of doing a campaign on Kerrang where we were going to tell people to not watch it because it's so scary.
I think that's the opposite of what they want you to do at a screening.
Yeah, kind of. But we thought it might kind of make people want to see it because they want to dare it.
Is it like watching the cinema scary, or is it watching the safety of your home surrounded by your peers and loved ones?
It would be best in the cinema.
Really?
Definitely. And because like the sound and stuff is what really makes it. But I think even thinking about it is scary.
See, I'll probably want to watch it at home then, where I'm protected.
I'd probably prefer not to watch it at home because a lot of the film
set
happens
in
the
a house.
house. Oh, mate, it's so creepy. If people that have seen the Babadook right now at home are there listening going, "Oh my God, man, it is so creepy." It's so. If you've seen it, let us know on Twitter right now at Kerrang Radio. Anyway, so welcome to the Alex Baker Show. My name's Alex Baker. If you didn't hear the start of the show, I'll very quickly wrap it up again for you. Not wrap it up. That's end it. What's the other word? Sum it up. That's the one. We went to a listener's house called Imogen. Imogen's a girl that's listened to this show for ages. In fact, we found out that she's been listening to the show since she was 13. So, like, literally years.
Yeah,
right?
She's now 14.
No, she's not. She was 17, wasn't she? Or 16,
something like
17. She's been listening to the show for years and years and years. And we went to her house to hunt ghosts. Let me set the scene. Her house is enormous. It's creepy as hell. And we drove up in the dead of night, didn't we? We left here, I can't remember what time we left here, but we left here on an undisclosed time, on an undisclosed day to go to this undisclosed location. I'm not allowed to say where it is, basically. And it was pitch black, totally pissing it down outside. We got in my car, we drove up the motorway, or down on the motorway, whatever. Windscreen wipers are going, washing the waterways, we drove along. And this, my friend,
Don't
is
forget
what
the
happened.
pretzels.
Oh, there was pretzels.
Yeah.
We ate
really,
pretzels. They were good.
Really nice, yeah. We didn't have enough water, though. So
No.
a bit dry in the mouth. Anyway, so we started recording in the car, and this is what happened. I've made it sound like it was really scary. This part wasn't scary at all. But listen anyway. I'm just going to pass over to Alex. Here you go, Alex. Oh, thank you very much, Alex. What a pleasure doing business with you. So here we are. We're in my car on the motorway. I'm here. Kev's here.
Hiya.
We're sharing a mic, so sorry about the delays in between us saying things. Isn't that right, Kev?
It's not that we're just really awkward around each other. I feel quite comfortable having conversations with you, but yes, I have to. You're driving, so obviously.
Don't hug the mic.
Sorry.
So, and then Renee's in the back.
Hello.
What are you saying, Renee?
I'm here in the back.
Brilliant. Excellent. So we're on the way to an undisclosed location.
Undisclosed.
I said on.
You said undisclosed.
Oh, bloody hell, did I?
You always say on.
God's sake. So we're on the way to an undisclosed location.
Nearly.
Which is somewhere in the country, and we've been driving for ages, and it turns out, better explain what we're doing. We're going to a listener's house, her house is haunted, and we're going to go and hunt some ghosts. Like I said on the show a couple of weeks back, I'm actually terrified of ghosts, so I'm not really sure why we're doing this, but ho-hum, such is life. So, we've been trying to cheer ourselves up because we're all a bit scared. We've been eating pretzels and been singing the tune of the road, which is Hadaway's "What Is Love." Take it away, Renee.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more.
Timing's way out. That was awful. Yeah, banger.
So all this fun and games are happening now. We're going to be there in about 20 minutes, and I'm concerned all the fun and games is going to turn into a horrific set of circumstances.
An abrupt end to all the laughter.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, exactly. At this point as well, we don't really necessarily know that we are actually going to a listener's house. Like, we've been told that we are by her, and we've spoken to someone that's apparently her dad. But at this point, really, they could be anyone.
We could be getting catfished.
Yeah, we could be getting
This
catfished.
could be the last anything ever hears from us. So if that's the case, I really hope they make a cool horror movie out of this.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. Like,
oh, holy crap!
Ooh, who would play us? Brad Pitt for me, obviously.
Stans.
Or about him 20 years ago, though, when he was still good.
I think you'd have I'll tell you who'd be good for you.
Seth Rogen.
No, I was going to be much nicer than that.
Zach Galifianakis.
I always go like, what's the geezer from Sons of Anarchy?
Oh, he's gorgeous.
Really? You think that could be me?
Yeah, you're good.
Jax Teller.
Yeah, what's his name though? His real name?
I don't
English
know.
guy.
He was in Queer as Folk, wasn't he?
Yeah. Him anyway. I think he'd play a sick Q.
Yeah. Oh, but he's so good looking.
He is.
No, Kev, that might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me in your entire life.
Oh, really?
Really?
I mean, he'd have to bulk up a bit for the role, obviously.
Oh, standard. Blades. Right, we're going to go out on a high. I don't mean like we're going to.
Who would play Renee in the horror movie about this?
I'd probably say Gabrielle Union.
Who the hell?
Who's that?
She was the black girl in Bring It On.
Oh, why does it have to be a black girl?
Because I'm black.
I was going to say Renee Zellweger.
No, she's still fit.
She is pretty awesome.
Who would play you, Kev?
Who would play me?
Tom Cruise.
Paul Rudd.
Josh Hartnett.
Paul Rudd's a good shout, you know.
I love Paul Rudd.
Yes, Renee. High five up there. The other one would, of course, be Joseph Gordon-Levitt. That'd be a good. That'd be a good one.
Is this your "I look like Joseph Gordon-Levitt"?
Well,
kinda
it's
see
not
it,
me
though.
that says that. It's just what people say to me, you know.
Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd is the one.
Paul Rudd would be amazing.
Okay, well, if I'm Paul Rudd, you're Seth Rogen.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I can do Seth Rogen's laugh. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. I forgot how it goes. Oh, no. How's it going? I can't do it. I've forgotten. I used to be able to smash it. It was amazing. We're going to clock off now before I crash this car, because doing a radio show while driving at 70 miles per hour is probably not the safest thing.
Don't do this.
It's probably not illegal.
Don't
is
try
it?
this at home,
Is
like
it
the
legal?
WWE would say. But we're going to be at the house in now 16 minutes, and I'm scared.
Sounds like you're absolutely flooring it at the end there.
No, it's like, oh, I'm just going to go down the road, mate.
It's because it was raining really heavily, wasn't it, at that point? So it's probably the.
Cool work, by the way, on the mic levels and stuff.
You know what? It's. Have you ever tried to do something in a car on a motorway and produce a show? It's not easy.
I've done it before, and it sounded
with no
amazing.
headphones. We didn't have any headphones.
Yeah, but whose fault was that?
Not mine.
I said to you guys, can you be responsible for bringing the recording equipment, and making sure it all works?
No, but
and you went, yeah, and I asked you like a million times, and you're like, Alex, I've got this. Like, I've done this kind of stuff before. Turns up, no headphones.
Whoever used
nothing works.
Whoever used the kit before us didn't leave the headphone adapter in there.
It is the responsibility of the person who is taking the kit out.
No, it's the person that returns it after they've used it.
Well,
you're supposed to return a full kit.
Anyway, so that was us in the car going to the undisclosed location. Did I say on right?
Yeah.
Brilliant. So the next thing is, we turned down a lane. We came off the motorway. It was pitch black, no street lights. Not immediately, obviously that'd be ridiculous. Don't just turn off the motorway and it's complete blackness. And we ended up going down this, like we were following Sat Nav, as we call him, and we ended up going down this little lane. And as soon as we turned into this lane, guys, you remember this? We all started freaking out. It all started getting a bit hella real. We all started looking at each other going, oh.
It all went a bit wrong turn, didn't it?
Oh, it did a bit, yeah. So we were pulling up to the house, and then there was these like big rusty iron gates and like a little thing, like a little sort of intercom thing. And we pulled up at these gates, and it was I swear it sounds like bullshit, but it was actually misty as well at this point.
But only misty, kind of on the other side of the gates.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we weren't in the mist.
Like it was unnatural, like it was just in the ground.
Shrouded in mist.
Yeah.
And so we pulled up at this the little thing, and I was thinking, oh my God, we've spoken to them, they seem lovely, but we've never met them. Like, this could, what if we all die, sort of thing. So I beat the little buzzer thing, and then, fabulously, I heard this wonderful voice just go, hiya, it's Alex. And I was like, oh my God, she's normal! Yeah!
It was a moment of relief.
It was.
It was an absolute fantastic moment of relief. And then we pulled into this pitch black car park, met everyone, walked over to the house, all in pitch black. And when we got to the house, we realised that all the lights were off. All of them.
Yeah.
Not a single light. And we walked into the sort of, like, I was going to say, like, hallway. It was more like an atrium.
It's a foyer.
A foyer, yeah. And there was candles everywhere. And I thought, oh, that's nice. They've just put some candles out for us. Let's go to the room with some lights on. No lights in any of the rooms at all. So we walked into this sort of drawing room. It was like magnificent, like wood-panelled walls and like this huge, amazing oak table with this glass top and
Let's not go down the property road again.
Oh, sorry, yeah. But it looked just incredible. It looked like it's something out of a movie, basically. And there was all candelabras
It was
everywhere,
like Downton Abbey, wasn't it?
It was incredible.
Yeah.
There was a fire crackling and you could see the embers glowing and there was all these candelabras everywhere, these huge floor-to-ceiling windows with this amazing view out. It was just literally was magical. I felt like I was in Harry Potter or something. And they took us around, showed us some of the rooms downstairs and all the rest of it. And then we sat down and had a little chat, met everybody, and this is that chat. Ready for this? Let's do this. So let me tell you what's going on right now. We're sitting in this absolutely enormous house in a pitch black room with some red candles that are melting away, wax dripping down onto the table. There's a GoPro in the corner that's watching our every move. There's a few people in the room. Kev's here.
Hello.
Oh, bloody hell, are we?
All right.
Renee's here.
Hiya.
Looking awesome as always.
Sup?
And loads of other people here as well. Hello, other people.
Yeah.
I don't know. And also, sitting at this table, is a lady by the name of Imogen. Now, Imogen, as you'll recall, because we've been talking about it for the past month, sent an email in to me here at the Alex Baker Show and said a bit of a kind of creepy story about how her house, that we're now in, by the way, is haunted. How are you, Imogen?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm creeped out by the fact that I'm looking at you through some candles. Like a trident of candles that's going on here. But it's nice to be in your house.
Yeah, thanks. It's pretty scary.
Super creeped out. I have
Yeah,
to
me
admit.
too.
Are you actually creeped out genuinely by your actual house?
Genuinely, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because, I don't know, I don't normally walk around in the dark.
Understandable.
I'm sure you've made it extra creepy for us tonight because there's literally no lights on at all and we've just got candlelight. And there's these amazing, because the camera will see these, there's these amazing, like, I don't know, it's like something from Beauty and the Beast. That, like, Lumiere would be, he wouldn't carry on because he was a candle, wasn't he?
Yeah, he
Lumiere
was.
a candle.
Yeah.
It's like his whole vibe. Anyway, so Imogen, for people that missed it the first time, tell us the story that you first emailed in.
So my brother was upstairs and I said I was going to go fetch the washing, which is on the other side of the house. I mean, you can't hear anything from that side.
It's about a mile away.
It is pretty far away. And I was walking there and it was perfectly fine. I collected the mound of washing I had to carry. And then I heard my brother shouting from the corridor upstairs. And I was like, yeah, I'm here. There's nothing wrong with me. And he sounded genuinely scared. And he told me that he'd heard a scream from outside that sounded pretty much like my voice. And he freaked out and he looked for me and we looked around and he wasn't bothered, but I was sitting there panicking.
Oh my God. So, did you ever find out what the scream was?
No, we've got theories, but it's like, I think one of the theories was a fox and another one was a baby deer, but it's still, the idea of it scared me because this house has always freaked me out.
Do you know what else is really freaking me out? Oh, there he's back. The fact that your dad had disappeared. And I was like, where's he gone? And I was convinced he was going to like burst out from a secret passageway or something. Or just stand at the window just to try and creep us out. But yeah, so what has anything else ever happened to you at this house? What is it about the house that creeps you out? I mean, it's obviously massive.
I think for me, when I was younger, I think the drafts in the building used to open and close my bedroom door.
I thought you said giraffes then. Giraffes in the building.
Amazing.
That would be quite creepy.
That's like some Jumanji.
But yeah, and I think me and my brother used to have the same dream that something was chasing us up the stairs, which we only actually recently found out was exactly the same dream that we both had.
God.
What?
We didn't tell each other about it for a long time, but we were like, did you have that dream when you were younger that you were chased up the stairs by wolves? And he was like,
What?
Yes.
By wolves.
Yeah.
I wish you hadn't told us about it.
There's an alcove, and we used to think that they would come out of the alcove. We used to run really fast. Yeah.
Really?
Really fast up the
So hold
stairs.
on, let me get this straight. So when you were a kid, you used to have dreams about getting chased up your stairs that we're going to go and visit in a second.
Yeah.
By wolves. You never mentioned that to anyone.
No.
And then your brother, turns out, he transpires to have exactly the same dream.
Yeah.
What's that about?
I don't like
Stuff
it.
like that creeps me out
That
so
is
much.
creepy.
Because what's the explanation for that?
I have no idea.
Unless he did know about it and he's just winding you up.
No, he genuinely didn't. He genuinely didn't. We only.
I was just reminiscing about my childhood. That's all it was. I was just saying. Do you ever have that dream? You know, when you're like running up the stairs, and then you like at the corner of your eye, it's like wolves. You have to run really fast. It's that alcove bit.
Yeah, exactly the same.
When you turn,
Same type of wolves.
You have to run fast because that when you get past that corner, that's it. That's when they get you.
Yeah, genuinely the same dream. And everything in this building was far much bigger when we were younger. I mean, the stairs for us was like a marathon.
Yeah.
But why wolves though? What was it about? Have you got wolves around here?
No, I think it's just, I don't know why. I think generally the idea of being chased in a large, scary building just didn't,
Okay, so we've got to go and look at the stairs. That's got to happen.
Standard.
Well, there's more than one set of stairs.
Oh, I can tell. I've never seen many steps in my life. And then we've also, what I want to do is I want to go to, like, what's the place in the house, the whole house, that creeps you out the most?
The cellar by far.
Oh no, for me it's the corridor.
The cellar.
Corridor.
Cellar.
Corridor.
Which corridor?
Is it called the North Corridor, Dad? The North Corridor.
You know you're in a big house when there's a north corridor.
The North Corridor of my house is the only corridor.
I've got a landing, that's what we call it.
Oh, you've hit the big time.
Yeah, oh yeah, mate.
Okay, so the North Corridor
Yes.
and the cellar. Really, we've got to go to the cellar. I don't want to go to the cellar. That sounds terrible.
Well, I haven't been past the first part of the cellar, so I
Whatever.
don't know what's
How
down
many
there.
parts of the cellar got?
There's a couple of rooms, and I've never been past the first one.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it
Are
down
we
there
going to
at
do
all.
that today?
If you want to.
No, I'm genuinely terrified.
I quite like exploring the building. There's only two places I haven't been. One of them is the padlocked room in the bottom of the cellar.
Oh my god.
Being serious, it is there.
Why is it padlocked?
And the other one is like in the courtyard. If you lift a stone slab up, there's like an underground
What?
tunnel.
What?
It leads.
Even I didn't know about that.
An old freshwater well, and that's what they used to draw the water out for the kitchen. And that's the only other place I haven't been in.
Right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start at the stairs, one of the stairs. Then we're going to go to the North Corridor.
Yep.
We're going to wind things up in the cellar. That's how it's going to happen.
Okay.
We've got a GoPro. We've got our wits about us. Renee's terrified.
I don't.
Renee's got her eyes closed.
Like,
We're sitting in a dining room.
I was so
It's lovely.
excited, and now I'm here, and it's really scary.
Don't worry, Renee, I'm freaked out too.
I was scared when we parked outside because as soon as
Yes.
we got out of the car, there were things in the trees, and I wasn't.
Bats. I saw
There
a
were
bat.
bats, yeah.
The scariest thing about outside was that these guys, they came over with their torches, and I could see them walking towards the car with their torches.
Yeah.
And then they turned the torch off.
Oh yeah.
So all I could see was two shapes approaching.
And then
the
something
vehicle.
touched my leg, which turned out to be a lovely little dog. That was fine, which wears a bell as well, just to make it less scary. Is that why it wears a bell?
And because she's black and you can't see her in the dark.
Well, yeah, that too. But yeah, it just like really gently brushed my leg.
Yeah.
As soon as I got out of the car, I was like, oh my god, this is not going to go well.
Terrifying. Okay, so let's do this. You're going to put that on as like a little knapsack.
Yep.
You're gonna look like
I'm gonna look really cool.
rubbish Jack Bauer.
Yeah.
And then we're going to head forth to the stairs where the wolf chase happened.
What's going on here? Are we taking that with us?
Yeah, that's our source of light.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
We're really not going to have any lights on. We're doing this.
We can take another candelabra if you want.
Yes,
to.
please.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
As many candles as possible.
Yes, definitely.
Right. Okay, let's do this.
All right.
Should we say a prayer?
We didn't say a prayer. We probably should have done, shouldn't we, Renee?
100%. We should have prayed to every deity.
How
All of them.
creepy was it when she told us just then? She told us the story about how that her and her brother had the same dream about the wolves.
Yeah, that's pretty weird. And that is literally something that happens in like horror films and stuff, isn't it? Like people in the same house.
Big time.
Having the same dreams.
Big time. So what happened next is we started walking around the house, and I was convinced the whole time that that Imogen's dad and Imogen's brother were going to start playing tricks on us. And you'll hear in here that they did, the little scallywags.
Yep.
But this is what happened when we went on our ghost hunt. Check it out. So we've just got to the staircase that we were talking about, Imi was talking about in her dreams. So this is the staircase, right?
Yeah, this is the staircase.
So is at this point you turn round?
This point right here, when I turn around, look into this dark bit here, and start running.
Oh my God, right, okay. And which way do you run?
That way.
Right, so you run
I don't
across.
want to run towards the scariness.
So the scariness comes out of that dark. Can you just show the camera over there so people can see. So that comes, and then it comes, and you start running this way. Oh God, I can't see where I'm going. This is so scary.
Okay, so we're going towards the dark corner now. And when I say dark, there is no light reaching this corner apart from our candles.
Right, okay. Okay, so now we're just walking through a wood-covered room. Wood on the floors, wood on the doors. I suppose that's kind of normal. Is this the horrible corridor?
No, this is another way to the horrible corridor.
Oh my God. I 100% don't want to go first down here.
So Imi's just...
Okay, so we've just turned up at the scary corridor, and I can honestly say it is scary.
This is creaky as well, the floors are creaky.
Floors are creaky.
I am genuinely shaking right now.
Okay, that door just literally moved on its own.
No, but what did you stand? Was it a floorboard?
No, it wasn't. It was definitely the door.
Well, let's keep moving.
It was not the floorboard.
Oh my God, just
Oh my God! Where was he? Oh, why have you done that? I knew he was going to do something like that. Oh my God, that's actually proper palpitations. Okay.
This is the... I'm shaking, so...
Definitely shut that door.
Yeah, just...
No, I think Olivia...
Oh, okay. Well, no, I must say that this other door behind us, as we walked past, I know the floorboards were creaking, but the door creaked. It was the door, not the floorboards.
Oh, something just banged. Did you hear that?
Oh, why did you come out of there? Oh my God.
Did you hear the bang?
I did hear the bang. Okay, so I'm really freaked out. Now, what I didn't want to happen is starting to happen. The family of the house started creeping up on us. And we looked around, and your candelabra was just on the floor, and then you came bursting out of one of these side doors. So as expected, all these corridors and rooms link up, which is actually even creepier.
There's a servant staircase there, right behind here. So you got your main stairs, servant staircase.
There's another
There's they're scattered around, so you can pretty much come up and down wherever you want.
There's another servant staircase down there as well.
Right. So is this the corridor then?
This is the corridor, and originally it was the corridor where the young Victorian children would live.
Oh my God. I actually don't want to go down it. That's how I'm feeling right now.
You can feel the coldness coming.
Let's just step into the doorway a little bit. Let's just see. Let's just test the wall.
But you know when you...
Okay, that is instantly colder as soon as you cross that threshold there.
Yeah, instantly.
Yeah, I'm not doing it very well.
Instantly colder. So we've walked into this corridor. This is the scary corridor that you don't want to get your washing from. And I really can't blame you. And as soon as we've walked through the threshold, it is genuinely instantly colder. And the floor's creakier, and the whole building feels older. And there's what I find really creepy about these corridors is there's loads of doors. Do you know what I mean? There's loads of doors.
Big doors.
What's this room here? Is that like a washroom type situation?
Yeah, old bathroom.
Old bathroom, obviously. Creepy.
We were speaking to Richard Felix before. Richard Felix, the paranormal historian, and he was explaining how bathrooms are where people experience ghosts the most.
That's true. It's actually water, apparently, is where... And this is your laundry room. This is your scariest part.
That's the way to the attic.
Oh, of course it is.
Even further down. Come on, keep going.
I don't really want to go any further. I'm really creeped out. So what's here? What's going on here?
This is just another extension of the same corridor. This is still the way to laundry.
What was that? I heard like a kind of...
You'll notice that this
So Imogen, when you say this is the way to the laundry, this is where you had the experience, isn't it?
This is...
When you emailed us.
Definitely, yeah. This is it.
This is where you had the scream.
This is the corridor.
How are you feeling right now? You look fine.
I'm kind of shaking.
You are shaking? Oh my God. And you live in it. The floors are feeling very rickety. Like I could almost feel like I put my foot through that floorboard. Please, at this moment, I'm feeling really creeped out. Can everyone promise me they're not going to scare me?
There's no one else here. Now, laundry is just through there, and this is the end of the corridor, so I would turn.
The Alex Baker Show podcast.
Okay, welcome back to the show. This is the Alex Baker Show, a bit of a Halloween special, telling you the story about what happened when we went to visit a listener's house, Imogen's house. She listens to this show all the time, and she invited us to her house because she said it was haunted. At this point, we were absolutely terrified. So let me just reset the scene. We were walking down this corridor, the corridor that Imogen hates, most of all in the whole house. It was so cold. Remember how cold it was?
Awful.
So weird. It was like we went through this tiny door that wasn't thick at all, and we were quite warm on one side of the door. We went through, and it was freezing. We walked down this long corridor, and she was like, okay, this is the laundry room where all the bad stuff happens, where she always gets scared. And we got to this door to the laundry room, and it was in front of us, and Imogen was just talking, and suddenly it just completely threw open. We didn't touch it. Threw open, slammed against the door, and Renee screamed. You could hear her go, ah! Like that. And then I looked down, because whenever something loud happens, I've got to check the volume, like the levels on my recording device. I looked down at my recording device, and it was turned off. It had just gone off. I was like, what? Why has that gone off?
Oh, I don't like it.
Literally, door slammed, recording device went off. And I was like, that's so weird. Like, what's going on? But anyway, we kind of like brushed it off and we're just like, oh, it must have been like a draft or like a weird vacuum between two doors and stuff. Didn't really know what to make of it, and just all I wanted to do was get out of that corridor.
And they wouldn't tell us either. They wouldn't admit to this. They said they didn't, but it could have been the brother and or the dad playing, like making us jump again somehow. I don't know how though, because it
looked like it just opened by itself.
We saw it, but
it was super creepy. But anyway, so then Imogen took us to the cellar. Okay, so we've arrived at the cellar. It looks like what you'd expect a cellar to look like in an enormous mansion house. And we're going to start walking down the cellar. Imi's in front of me, and she's looking bold. I'm absolutely terrified. Shaking this candelabra all over the place.
I have to look bold, I live here.
Yeah.
I just like to point out that I got creeped out by a plastic bag. That's how tense I am right now.
Right, yeah, I'm sort of definitely not going to go in there.
Oh, come on.
I didn't even want to come down here. I didn't want to come down this.
Oh, man.
What does one of you do?
What I don't like most of all, to my left at the moment, there's a long corridor and it's just dark.
There's stairs leading up to the outside, but they've been blocked off.
Okay.
Please.
Right, let's move forward.
Right, so this is a really low ceiling, narrow corridor in the cellar.
I've never been past this room.
That's a little insect thing. Okay, so this is like these are tunnels basically, aren't they? We're practically in catacombs right now.
So Imi, why have you never been further than this?
Because every time I see it, it's pitch black.
Oh my God! It just goes on and on.
Oh, I don't like that Egyptian. When I was a kid, one of my worst nightmares that I had, and I had it a few times, was I was looking at like a desert, and then pyramids started rising out of the ground, and this song, this like deep song started playing with a beat, and it went Tutankhamun, Tutankhamun.
Don't say things like that. Don't say things like that.
And it was, and then all those kind of Egyptian things with the heads, like the Horus heads, started like coming out with the pyramids and coming towards me, and then it ended.
Horus was a good god.
Yeah, but look how creepy he is. So basically, so he's on the wall basically. So I'm now, crippled with fear.
Well, if you ever get scared, you can always play foosball.
Yes, there is a foosball table.
There is a foosball table, just to cheer things up.
Can everyone just take a moment and look back to where we've come from?
Oh my God.
Exactly.
As soon as you're not in a room with a candle, it's pitch black. Like this, because down here now, there are no windows. There is nothing at all. Don't start blowing it out. No, please don't blow it out. Please don't blow it out. Oh my God, I would absolutely freak out, please.
We'll leave the two originally.
No, please, I can't hack it. I cannot hack that. Right, let's get out of here now.
Wait, there's another room.
No,
There's
time to go. Time to get out of it. I don't want to go any deeper. Oh my God. Oh, please don't blow out. Please don't blow out. Please don't blow out. Don't like this corridor on the right, so you're going to ignore that. Oh my God. Let's get the hell out of here.
That was the bit then I thought that this is when they're going to take us.
I was convinced, right? I was absolutely... So let me just sort of paint the picture for you again. We were in this cellar. We were so far beneath the house. And I realised that if we didn't have the candles on, it would have been pitch black. And I don't just mean really dark. I mean, like, if you'd had a hand right in front of your eyes, you wouldn't have been able to see it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And as soon as I realised that, and I started saying, as you just heard, they started blowing the candles out. And I was convinced.
Nope.
I was convinced that if those candles went completely out, that we were going to get murdered.
Yeah, like that was the last. We'd never leave that cellar.
They were so lovely and they were so nice, and I have nothing like but respect, and I love those guys. But for some reason, I was convinced they were going to murder me. Absolutely convinced.
And we had there was still more to explore down there. There was still quite a bit more to go. But
there was a door with a padlock on it.
Yeah, all of us kind of unanimously at that point were like, nope.
Yeah,
out.
we're gone. Let's get the hell out of here. So that's kind of what happened, and that was like, we still can't figure out what happened with that door slamming. It was super, super creepy. But after this, we were like, done. We were like, no, that's enough of that. Get out of here. We're gonna go and have a little chat, and then we're gonna leave. And we went back to the kind of like drawing room when we started off, and we had like a final little wrap up chat. And during that conversation, Imogen revealed something that she hadn't told us before.
Right. So I'm not gonna lie. That was terrifying. This house is actually really, really nice.
In light, it's beautiful.
Beautiful house, beautiful panelling, everything about it is lovely. Like, 1 minute I feel like I'm in some sort of horror movie, and the next minute I'm just really impressed and stopping going, I wonder how much this would go for on Rightmove. But anyway, so what an amazing experience. I didn't like the cellar, and you guys blowing the candles out down the cellar was not cool, guys, but also really hilarious. I've never seen Renee so scared. You looked absolutely terrified.
I didn't like it.
But we didn't see any ghosts.
We didn't.
And what do we deduce from the fact we didn't see any ghosts?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes I feel like if you go actively hoping to see something, that's when they're not having that.
Sometimes you just have to walk down the corridor holding washing, and it just happens.
So have you seen ghosts?
I think when I was younger, I thought I did. I saw like a grey, murky thing in the corner of my eye, which that's why I hated that corridor.
Really? Oh, that was in that corridor?
Yeah.
So that's where you saw that?
Yeah. Well, I was young and I was running around, so I've always been scared, so I was just, ugh.
The thing that I think's creepy though is with a place like this, as soon as I entered, and you guys, I'm sure, feel the same, you're scared.
Yeah.
You feel it, and it gets worse as you walk around. And there's no reason for that because it's just a house. It's a big house, but it's a house. You know, houses aren't scary. So that to me is like, well, is that something? Does a ghost have to be at a fixed point, or can a ghost occupy an area and make that whole area something?
It's like he's wrapping up a movie.
Yeah.
Does the ghost have to be in a specific area?
No, but does it? You know, could a ghost be over this entire house?
Over like a shroud?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. But it's a nice idea.
Sleep well, Imogen, by the way.
Thanks.
But Imogen, so do you believe in ghosts?
I believe there's something here, but not necessarily like a person.
Okay.
Just like a feeling, as if somebody was here and something happened and they've decided to stay for some reason, but not as themselves, as an entity.
Right, okay. So not like a person wandering around going, away, but
No,
like more just like a sort of a
feeling,
force or
yeah.
like a... Yeah.
That's the vibe I get.
That's the vibe,
like walking
yeah.
around.
When we walked into the corridor that you don't like, I mean, I'm sure there's a scientific explanation, but there's no denying it. We went from being quite warm to being completely cold just through one door. It was quite a thin door.
And that door was open as well. It wasn't the case that you open it, shut it behind you, and then it's cold because you block the heat or whatever. The doorway was open and clear.
Yeah.
It's like an invisible threshold.
And it's interesting that that's the coldest part I felt in the whole house, and that's the part that you're most freaked out by. And I kind of think, you know, you always hear that, don't you? Oh, the ghost, it was cold, and the temperature, because they suck the energy out of the room and all that kind of stuff. Don't know, though. I'm still sceptical. Renee doesn't look sceptical. Renee looks like she's never going to sleep again.
Yeah, it's really freaked me out, everything about your home. So, yeah.
Fabulous. Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for inviting us into your house.
Thank you for coming.
No problem. I bet, did you actually think we weren't going to come? Because
No,
we were really late as well.
Because I've sent emails before and you just didn't reply. And I got
Rude. So mean.
He doesn't reply to my emails, don't worry about it.
Wait a minute, what? He's actually replied and like ran around screaming.
Maybe that's what you heard. That was the scream. I'm just doing my laundry. Oh my God, he's replying. Yeah, I'd scream if I got an email from me too. I'd be terrified.
But none of my friends understood, and then I rang Olivia and Olivia was like, What?
Woo! Go Olivia! Because you guys apparently you had a battle at one point of who could get the most emails read out on the show. I say apparently, like I don't remember. I
think
remember
it
it
was
clearly.
a name, and I won.
Yeah, you won, but I got first. So.
Yeah, but I got a rap about me, so I definitely won.
Amazing. We're gonna have to do another rap battle about Imogen sometime.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
And her massive house.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thanks very much. Thanks for having us, guys.
Thank you.
And thanks for showing us around your house.
No worries.
Oh, isn't she lovely?
So nice.
So lovely.
Just a shame she tried to murder us.
She didn't try and murder us. What an amazing experience. I hope that brought it to life at least a little bit for everybody listening right now. Honestly, we didn't see any ghosts, so we failed as ghost hunters. I did find a lovely house, though, to look at. But that thing with the door opening, that freaked me out. And the other thing that we've not really mentioned since is the dream. She mentioned early, Imi mentioned that her and her brother used to have the same dream about getting chased by wolves, and they never spoke to each other about it. But one day they said that it got revealed that they had the same dream. And they realised, and they was totally creeped out about it. That kind of stuff. Weirds me out.
Yeah.
And you have to say, I know the house was big and really creepy in a sense, but there was like something going on there. Like that corridor was so cold.
As soon as we went in, there was a vibe, wasn't there?
There was definitely a vibe. But also, what a cool house. You know, we went into one room and it was enormous. It looked like a ballroom. And she said, "Oh, you know, sometimes me and my mates have like cinema parties here and we get a projector and watch films on the screen." And I was like, cool. I'd probably put up with a ghost to live in a house like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm down with that. It was amazing. Anyway, so there we go. That's what happened. We're going to put this out as a podcast. Also, we've got, like, as you probably would have heard throughout that, we've got some great footage as well on the GoPro that we're going to get online as well. So if you want to watch the sort of experience as well, then you can. It's going to be available online. Kev's going to get it up there, hopefully as soon as possible. And it's going to be rad.
And let's never do it again.
Let's never do it again.
Never, ever. Never, but never, and never.
And yeah, thanks.
If I never ever seemed so strong. A
little bit of outcast there. So love you and leave you. Until next week. Think on and watch The Babadook. We weren't paid to say that, but do watch it because it's amazing. There are other films available.
The Alex Baker Show podcast.
Cool, blimey.
Oh, I've got chills.
They're multiplying.
Oh, God.
And I'm losing control.
Oh, wow.
I'll try and do Grease. You didn't get on board with that. See you later.